Week 10, my goodness. It's like you want the season to start, and then it's like, damn, it started. It's crazy. Address Coach Prime's situation real quick. He said he was yelling about a personnel situation. Um, Two things. I'm going to say the good and the bad and the ugly real quick. But let's get to the bad. Listen, whether you was doing personnel, whatever, it doesn't look good where you holler at your assistant. He got a wife, he got a family. Call him to the side, do it a different way. I know people's tempers flare, it's frustrating losing, but you know, it just wasn't a good look. And let's move on. And for all these goofy people here saying, Coach college football exposed Coach Prime and Coach Prime this and that. Listen, this dudes who are blue blood college football coaches, they haven't led teams to bowl games in their second year, especially jumping from an FCS program to an FBS program. I can name you several coaches who did not have the success Coach Prime had in their second year, and they're lifelong coaches, and they have head coaching experience and all that. Let's just be realistic. It's a down year. He's got to find a quarterback. They still have a chance to finish pretty decent and do some things that haven't been done in Colorado in quite some time. Now, let's get to the odds real quick. UCF at Baylor, Central Florida at Baylor. I expect Baylor to win this game, but you never know. Baylor is favored by 3.5. That is the ESPNU game at 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern. West Virginia is at Houston. That is a 12 Eastern kick, 11 a.m. Central kick. Houston is favored by 13.5. That game is on, let's see. I believe that game is on Fox Sports 1. Let me double check. Because Big 12 has all type of media outlets, or should I say media contracts, which is great for the conference, for all the sports, and for men and women's sports. Uh, but I believe there's a couple games on Fox and a couple games on some of the ESPN networks this week. Let me double check to make sure I get them right and find out what the TNT game is this week. Because there's a TNT HBO Max game every week. I always say that. Okay, I was right. That is on FS1. All right. Arizona State at Iowa State. Both of these teams need a win. Iowa State at home. I hope they take advantage of the QB situation at Arizona State. They have a QB, but he's been injured. The backup isn't bad, but it's like it takes some time for him to get in rhythm. So Iowa State is favored by a touchdown. So 7.5 for the kids out of Ames, Iowa. Kansas State will host Texas Tech. +7 for Kansas State. They're saying Texas Tech should win by 7. If Texas Tech quarterback situation is intact, they should be able to win this game on the road. It'll be a tough game on the road. Kansas State very gritty, but they should be able to win this game. But anything can happen in the Big 12. We saw Houston win last week. Nobody expected that. And there was another team that won last week. It's not coming to me right now. And nobody was expecting that. So it's the Big 12. Expect the unexpected in this conference. Oklahoma State is at Kansas. Kansas should be able to get 5 wins. They're sitting at 4-4. They're a 24.5-point favorite. We'll see if they can finish. Now it finally clicked. Kansas was the favorite team to beat Kansas State at home, and Kansas State went on the road and got them. And that's a rivalry game, man. I was just like, whoa. Colorado will host Arizona. They got Colorado +4.5. Let's see if Coach Prime can figure this thing out and get a win at home. They need this win. It's only going to help their confidence. They need this win. If they can finish somewhere in middle mediocre, I think that's good because we all knew this was a rebuilding year in Boulder. Cincinnati at Utah. This is going to be a heck of a game. Wow. These are the two top teams. Well, I take that back. Next week will probably be the de facto Big 12 championship game if Texas Tech can win on the road. If Texas Tech can win on the road and BYU at Texas Tech, that's a big game. But Utah at Cincinnati is the late night, or should we say the nightcap. And they will take them, what is this, 10? They will take them on at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. That's on ESPN, regular ESPN. So 3 p.m. ESPN Plus, Kansas hosting Oklahoma State. Fox Sports 1, Colorado, Arizona. That is at 6 p.m. Central. So that would be 7 o'clock Eastern. 2:30, just regular Fox, is the Texas Tech Kansas State game. Arizona State Iowa State is the TNT game. So if you got HBO Max and you got the big subscription, you can watch that there. Houston and West Virginia, we already talked about that. That's FS1. And then ESPNU, UCF versus Baylor. Big 12 Nation, the season is flying by. Everybody enjoy. And just let stuff play out. I know it's been a bunch of coaching firings lately. Just let things play out. Just let them play out. And let's see what happens at the end of the year. Everybody have a good one. Peace.